On October 23, 2025, the Federal Bureau of Investigation, FBI, announced the arrest of more than 30 individuals in two sprawling federal investigations into illegal gambling, including prominent figures from the NBA, head coach Chauncey Billups and guard Terry Rozier. The two investigations at a glance. Authorities say there are two related but distinct criminal schemes involved. Sports betting/insider information scheme. This case involves current and former NBA players and associates supplying non-public information about players' statuses, injuries, absences, or performance to bettors. The information allowed bets to be placed on prop lines or game outcomes with undue advantage. In this scheme, Terry Rozier is a central figure. According to prosecutors, Rozier allegedly tipped off associates that he would leave a game early with a supposed injury, enabling bets tied to his underperformance. Illegal high-stakes poker/rigged game operation tied to organized crime. This separate case involves high-stakes poker games held in various cities, Las Vegas, Manhattan, Hamptons, Miami, where games were allegedly rigged using tampered equipment, hidden cameras, or other cheating devices. Former athletes and coaches were allegedly brought in as face cards to lure unsuspecting players. In this scheme, Chauncey Billups is accused of participating in such poker games in cooperation with organized crime families. Billups, a Hall of Fame player, inducted 2024, who became head coach of the Portland Trail Blazers in 2021, is alleged to have been involved in the poker rigging scheme. According to court filings and media reports, Billups is charged or to be charged with conspiracy to commit wire fraud and money laundering, among other allegations. Prosecutors say he participated in a poker game in April 2019 in Las Vegas in which cheaters used tampered shuffling machines and hidden cameras to defraud players of at least $50,000 in that instance. The poker ring allegedly was backed by mafia families, Bonanno, Gambino, Genovese, Lucchese, and involved 30-plus defendants across 11 states. While Billups is the head coach of an NBA team, the allegations are not said to involve manipulation of NBA games that he coached. The focus is on a separate poker game scheme. Rozier, currently a guard for the Miami Heat since January 2024, is accused of participating in the sports betting/insider info scheme. Key allegations include: in March 2023, while with the Charlotte Hornets, Rozier reportedly left a game early after playing only about 9 to 10 minutes and scored only 5 points, an exit that coincided with a large volume of bets made on his underperformance, specifically prop lines. Prosecutors allege Rozier gave prior warning to associates that he would pull out of the game or play poorly due to an injury, thereby enabling bettors to profit on his under. The incident raised red flags. Sportsbooks alerted integrity monitors. The NBA investigated and initially found no rules violation, and then federal prosecutors opened a case. Rozier's attorney has denied wrongdoing, calling the arrest a photo op, and asserting that Rozier had previously cooperated with the investigation when he was characterized as a subject but not a target. Implications for the NBA and betting industry. This is one of the most significant scandals the NBA has faced in the domain of gambling and integrity. The dual investigations span across basketball competition and gambling operations, connecting players/coaches with organized crime. The FBI director described the fraud uncovered as mind-boggling, estimating it involved tens of millions of dollars. The case raises fresh concerns about prop bets, under/overs, player performance lines, and the susceptibility of sports to manipulation when athletes or insiders leak information. Having a head coach and a high-profile player under arrest erodes confidence in the league's governance, integrity units, and the overall fairness of competition. The NBA has expanded legalized sports betting in many U.S. states in recent years. This massive legal expansion may have increased vulnerability to illicit schemes. A federal prosecutor called this an inevitable consequence of the unchecked explosion of the sports betting industry. What's next? Both Billups and Rozier will make initial court appearances. Billups is expected to be arraigned later that day in Portland, though the prosecution is in Brooklyn/Eastern District of New York, and Rozier will appear in Florida. Prosecutors will unseal indictments with full details of the charges, which likely include wire fraud, money laundering, illegal gambling enterprise, extortion, and conspiracy. The NBA will have to decide on disciplinary actions, suspensions, bans, fines. Even before legal resolutions, the league may act under its own integrity policies. For the teams involved, Portland Trail Blazers, Miami Heat, there will be immediate reputational fallout and operational disruption, coach suspended, player availability uncertain. Broader sports betting oversight and regulation may come under renewed scrutiny. Leagues and regulators may push for safeguards on insider access, enhanced monitoring of betting markets, stricter compliance policies. The investigation appears to be ongoing. More arrests, more defendants may emerge as the federal probe continues across states. Presumption of innocence. As always under U.S. law, both Billups and Rozier are presumed innocent until proven guilty in a court of law. The arrest and indictments are allegations. Separate roles. Though their names appear in the same announcement and are linked under the broad gambling investigation, Billups and Rozier are involved in different schemes, poker rigging versus insider sports betting. Impact on league governance. This case stresses the importance for the NBA to have robust integrity units, to monitor betting markets, to educate players/coaches on rules, and to ensure access controls around sensitive game information. Public trust. The value of professional sports is tied to fair competition. When star athletes or coaches are alleged to have abetted gambling crimes, public trust is eroded, which can impact viewership, sponsorship, and league valuation. Legal risk for participants. Those charged face serious consequences. For example, wire fraud conspiracy and money laundering conspiracy can carry maximum federal prison sentences up to 20 years, depending on circumstances. The arrest of Chauncey Billups and Terry Rozier marks a watershed moment in sports gambling enforcement. It signals that even high-profile figures in the NBA are not immune from prosecution when allegedly involved in illicit gambling operations tied to organized crime or manipulative betting schemes. For the league, its players, coaches, and the broader sports betting ecosystem, this case may be the impetus for widespread reform and heightened vigilance.